today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Flush to his right. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen. And right away, he lost the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script, because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Following the fumble recovery, Nix. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
A pass there complete to Sutton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Nix. They'll roll him out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The rookie quarterback making plays out of the pocket, and he picks up a new set of downs for his guys. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Being chased out left. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like what? And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And it's a terrific return here, as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Rolling to his right. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos.
But give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now the ball comes loose. So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver is inbounds or out of bounds. You just expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. And that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They need 18 yards here on third down. They'll go play action with Nix out to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Now it's Nix. Eluding the pressure right. There he goes left side. He's on his way. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And now the Broncos are going to line up and elect to go for two here. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Looking to throw it. Minshew escaping the pressure right. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first.
And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles. And now a fumble. The ball's out. On one of the... There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Minshew sets to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Tucker. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop.
Now this is going to wind up a safety. Oh, what a disaster that turned out to be. So they try the lateral, disaster ensues. Yeah, and it's a safety. You got to be more careful with the ball near the end zone, right?
So much for situational football and understanding where you are on the field. A lateral in that spot? That I don't understand.
And he loses the football a second time. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And you know that can be dangerous, trying to get it to your teammate on a kick return. And there they cough it up, turn it over.
Let's face it, let's just call it what it is. This is a hindsight is 20/20 play, isn't it? Perfect vision afterwards. In other words, we saw it happen, the fumble occurred, and you know going into it, as you noted, it was going to be a dangerous play to begin with. That's why people always say afterwards, why did they even try it?
Throwing Nix.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Atkins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
He had a good job to get him to the ground quickly right there at the 36-yard line. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He hits Adams, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a yard.
They'll go Madison up the middle. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And it's a fumble. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Now Minshew. Flush to his right. get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Eluding the pressure right.
That one complete to Trey Tucker.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, here's Nix.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
They work now on 2nd and 9. One play action, here's Nix.
Dancing to his left. Able to get away. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him, and this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he coughed it up. And I think the ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see.
Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. Off the play fake. Nix
sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Nix to the air. Oh, Sutton, a nice catch.
And he lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to...
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Big strides. Look at...
And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now a fumble. The ball's out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Flush to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
There he goes, left side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone. Can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DB.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
I'm starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there. Turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
Forced out to his left. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew, eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. The ball comes out, and this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And the defense has come up with it.
So nearly a disaster there, but fortunately able to pounce on his own fumble, and that remains a touchdown.
And think about the run and the effort put in there by everyone, including him. Could you imagine going that far and not finishing it off with a touchdown? Fortunately for him, he was able to do exactly that.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone.
Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
He'll buy some time right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Minshew's throw taken in by Adams.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
$14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun is Minshew, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
3rd and 5.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Buying time to his left.
That is caught.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action, it's Minshew. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Now on 2nd and 10, here's Nix again.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Nix throwing on 3rd down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear? All all night, all next week, situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Flushed out right.
Open man is Tucker. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Carlson now to kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield, because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Eluding the pressure right. And he coughed it up.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. but an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the... Now he tries a lateral and he fumbles. It's loose a second time. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. It's picked up by the Broncos. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Minshew's throw there complete to Myers. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this. But you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got a thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw, escaping the pressure right. It's a 4-yard pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with his quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
They'll run it with Madison.
And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. It's a foot race. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's into the clear. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Back to throw here. Now they set up the script. And he loses the football a 2nd time. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys into.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And a loose football. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now a loose football. And it's a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back. But in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football. And if he had done that, that play would have been spectacular. Instead, he turns it over.
Yeah, a big play, all for naught. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Down the numbers. There he goes. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Steps away to his left. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And some room to maneuver. Now the ball comes loose. Taking it right down Broadway.
He's still on his feet. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They've got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Next to throw on 1st down.
Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Yeah, this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end.
Touchdown Raiders! Jacoby Myers, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Here we go now as they will again try for two. And Minshew will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll roll him out right. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cortland Sutton, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Wide. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun is Nix, eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Nix. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And now look at him go. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. This is caught. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in.